Hey 510, now we're going to learn how to check our daily schedule. So when you log into our classroom, the very first thing you should see at the top is schedules. So you're going to click on schedules. Oh, excuse me. You're going to click on the assignment and it should bring you into this window. Don't worry about these comments. What you're going to want to do is click into weekly schedules. Here's all the important information you will need to know up at the top of the page. So you have our Instagrams, you can go follow that, how you can email Mr. Aaron if you need him, or me, weird to talk in third person, our YouTube page, Khan Academy, Google numbers, so you can text or call Mr. Aaron or me whenever you need, and here's our morning meeting. This will be updated from time to time depending on what other important information there is. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I have to put our morning meeting Zoom code in, so I'll do that right after this video. Next, you're going to scroll down to the date that it is. And I'm also just now realizing that it's not March 23rd, it's March 24th, Tuesday. So I'll change that also. But you're going to scroll to the day that it is, and then you'll see each assignment. So think of this as like when you log in, or excuse me, when you walk into the classroom, you have the schedule right at the board. This is kind of like that. You have your schedule every single day in the beginning of the day. So when you go into something like writing, you'll see Westward Expansion Day 2. Watch the YouTube video and take notes. Okay, well, since Mr. Aaron said watch the YouTube video, I'm going to go to YouTube, and then I can go to Mr. Aaron's page, and then here's Westward Expansion Day 2. Now, if you're not sure, you can always go to Playlists, and you can go to Writing, to View Full Playlist, and here are the lessons in order, so you can see which ones you've watched and which ones you haven't. So after that, you're going to come back here. You're going to say, okay, I watched the YouTube video. Now I have to take notes. Now we're going to go to the Google Classroom. You're going to go to Mr. Aaron's Classroom. Now you're going to go to Classwork, Writing, and here you have Westward Expansion Day 2. So you have to just follow those labels. They should be really clearly labeled, and here are the directions. Now, if you were watching the video, it told you that you had to create a timeline. So it says create a document with your event. Okay, well, here are the events. It's labeled timeline topics for students. I would go and find my name, think about what event I have, and then I'll do some research in my document that's listed right here. Now you might be thinking, how can I do research to put it there? Well, if you go to yesterday's Westward Expansion lesson, which is in Westward Expansion Notes, there are words that I should have had, and there's lots of resources for me to get from. Also, yesterday's class notes will be here. So if I took notes yesterday, that'll be in that document. For reading, you can read a book of your choice. For math, it's Problem of the Day and Khan Academy. I'm going to do a whole nother video on how to access Problem of the Day. So for now, I'm going to skip over going into that, and if you're confused for that, you can take a look out for our math video. Then we have our weekly project, and that you can just do independently and read aloud. So for read aloud, just like writing, you're going to go to YouTube, and you're going to go to Mr. Aaron's page, okay, and you can just go to the next section of read aloud that you're up to. But if you're not sure, then you, just like writing, you go to playlists, you go to read aloud, Home of the Brave, view full playlist, and then you see which video you haven't viewed yet and which part you're up to. Now read aloud, it asks you to take notes. So then we're going to go back to Google Classroom in our Classwork tab, and we are going to find Read Aloud. We want to go to Home of the Brave Journal, And here is our journal attached with directions. It says, as we read Home of the Brave, this document will be like your notebook. All you have to do is update this document each day by responding to the stop and jot questions asked in the video. Look at my feedback so you can be sure that I'm checking it. So for this document, you don't need to turn it in. You don't need to do anything. You're just going to type the page like this, page 17, and then you're going to respond to the question. Then you're going to press enter, and you might respond to a different question. Now I'm just typing those as an example, but you would actually be typing your response to the question. Okay, and I think that is it for how to use the schedule and where to find things. Take a look out for that video if you're confused about math.